Hello everybody, this is Brother Brown, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about mentalism and the mental aspects to your everyday magic. And I'm going to talk about visualization, polarity in mentalism. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to feel the positive in anything, and you can change your polarity to the positive. And a little bit on how to do these things. First, the mental aspect to magic. And to understand a mental aspect to magic, you pretty much have to have a pretty good imagination, faith, and really just creativity in your own mind. You have to be able to visualize your goal and project towards that mentally, like see it happening in your head, how you would picture it happening successfully, and feel what it would feel like to have that, and project towards it, and project towards it on a physical plane to back up your mental magic, quote unquote. Like, let's say there's this house you want, and it's the perfect house. It's on Craigslist even. Synchronicity happens in funny ways, but it's the perfect house. You want it. You feel what it would like to have this house and what it would be like to finally move up from where you're at. So you visualize and feel that feeling and project towards it on a physical level. So right from that example there, you could see why I would say you'd have to have an imagination and even a little faith, because to be able to feel that, you have to know, what it feels like, or at least a good representation of that feeling. Like, you feel the joy of having what you want and project towards it, mentally and physically, and that's really a recipe for success. In any phase in life, you can visualize whatever you need, whatever you want. And I like to say need and want, because we all need things, we all want things, and everything's there for us to have. We just have to visualize and project towards that. It's really that simple. So now I want to talk a little bit about polarity and mentalism, which is huge. I mean, you have to realize that everything is dual. There are two poles to everything, negative and positive. Anything good you get in life, there's probably going to be something bad to follow it. Anything bad in life, there's going to be some good to come out of it. And to be able to notice this and apply polarity to your mindset and being able to flip the switch from the negative emotion to the positive one is huge. It is incredible. It's being the master of your emotions, and from then, you become the master of your thoughts, and then the master of your life. Being able to feel these emotions in your head is pretty much attracting that positivity towards you, because you're thinking about the positive, vibrating the positive. It's really incredible, and it does take practice, and it starts with accepting and rejecting positive and negative thoughts. That's where all this begins, and when you do that, you begin to understand the polarity of things, because anything negative coming in is going to come with some positive, and anything positive is going to come with some negative. That's one of the main laws of the universe. Polarity manifests in everything, especially our minds. Being able to master your mind's polarity is really the first step in understanding mentalism. When you're having a bad day, someone's on your nerves for whatever reason or the other, and you just feel down in the dumps, the best way to do that is visualize something that makes you feel good, and feel that through your whole body, mind and spirit. And project towards that. Feel it for as long as you need to until you start to feel better. And eventually you will. It's flipping the switch. It's using your mind to overcome your moods and mentality. And once you've mastered your own mind's polarity, you can begin to affect and push along the polarity of the minds of your loved ones and people around you to help better their paradigm or worsen it, because it can go either way depending on your thoughts and your projections. One really awesome way to practice mentalism is actually in prayer, because you're visualizing what you want and asking of it. And to accomplish that prayer, everybody knows that, God helps those who help themselves, so you'd project forward on a physical level as well as mental. Meditation is really good. It takes practice, but it really does help the flow of positive energy, and it's really good for visualizing. And you visualize what you want and meditate on it until the answer seems to come to you. It does take practice. You have to pretty much block off your conscious mind and just try to keep it quiet. And to prepare yourself for that, you're definitely going to have to practice accepting and rejecting thoughts. That's the first step. The first step of obtaining the master key of mentalism is definitely accepting and rejecting thoughts. It's where it all begins. And when you do that, you will begin to understand polarity, and from there, you will begin to understand other things. Things that can only help you in life, or hurt you, depending on which thoughts are getting in there, and what you're guarding the gate of your mind against, or letting pass through that gate. The mind is very important. It's a very powerful tool. You can use it for your advantage or your disadvantage without even knowing it. So, in a nutshell, stay positive and visualize your dreams. And they just might come true for you. And I think that'll about wrap it up on mentalism for now. See you guys later, and love and positivity to you.